It is the Wave, 97.9 WHAV, and on the line with us is Cyndie Morgan, organizer, founder, and I guess the lead person at Haverhill's Woofstock. That's going to be taking place in September. And Cyndie, good morning to you.
Good morning, Wynn. So glad to be back in the studio having a conversation about all the things that make me excited.
It really, this is going to be the third year for Woofstock, and when you came up with the idea a couple of years back, do you think that it would be going, year 2, year 3, and hopefully you get to do 25 years of Woofstock? You think?
Yeah, when I first came up with the idea, I said, I really hope this becomes my legacy event. I would absolutely, be thrilled if that's how this turned out. And hey, I'm just moving towards that goal every day.
Now, we've been talking about fundraisers for a number of projects around the area today, and you've got one coming up for Woofstock too. Why don't you tell us about it?
Yeah, so this year I'm kind of trying to make Woofstock entertainment be more exciting than ever before. And to do that, I'm going to need the professionals to come in, and that is a company called Swift Paws. So I am fundraising with a local group in town called Business Insiders. They are a local networking group for professionals of all industries to come together for connections that count. And when I met with them, they said, let's collaborate and work on this golf scramble. The golf scramble is going to be on Thursday, July 30th, starting at 5 p.m. at Garrison Golf, right at 654 Hilldale Avenue. It is $55 to golf, or you can just come and hang with the pack. Not everybody likes to golf, so for $25, come hang with the pack, and this money allows me to provide entertainment to Woofstock and keep the event free for all attendees. That's the most important part for me as the organizer. I really want people to come and be able to enjoy it without a cost.
Well, why don't you tell us a little bit more about this group? What do they do that's entertaining?
So Swift Paws is a lure course. Nigel, my dog's been collaborating with them since he was 8 months old, and he's 8 years now. And it's 4 units of plastic with a string that goes between all 4 units. It's battery operated. I own the machine and I bring it into Woofstock, but mine can only do so much, and I can only do 30 minutes max because of the battery. The company can bring it up. It becomes a 30-foot by 50-foot area, and it's a game of chase. So they bring up their photographers, all the safety equipment, and they run it, and the dogs can just go in and run and have fun and chase. And then I'm also bringing in a 5,000 ball pit that the dogs can jump in and be to their heart's content with a whole pool of balls. I mean, I can't even wait to see the dogs being lit up by that. Never mind. There might be some people that want to get in there, too, for all I know.
Well, my grandson, when he's only 2, but when he was younger, he would jump into those ball pits. So, yeah, that's a lot of fun.
It's a great activity.
So tell me a little bit about what's going to be taking place at Garrison Golf.
So Garrison Golf, when people sign up, they will gather at 5 p.m. And the ones that want to do golfing, it's a golf scramble, so it'll be teams of 4 or 6. A scramble is when the best golfer's ball is used. So everybody hits off the tee, whatever ball is the best. Then the whole team works from there. It's a par 3, so there's only 9 holes. So that'll be happening. While that's happening inside in Garrison Golf's bar area, that's where the pack will be hanging. It'll be a networking opportunity, collaborating, and there'll be food and drink there. And it'll just be a really good time to connect with community members. There'll be a door prize, and there'll be prizes for best in show team name and the first place team.
Oh, okay. Now, Garrison Golf, for a par 3, those are the shorter holes on a golf course, and so Garrison's all par 3s, and so it doesn't take long to get around. And so with a shotgun start, that means that you'll have a group on all 9 holes, right?
I don't even know that answer. That's a great question. I thought maybe they'd go out. This is my first time doing this kind of fundraising myself. I've been in scrambles and fundraisers, so I don't really have that answer, Win. But
yeah, no, when they do it,
they'll end up in.
Yeah.
Regardless, they'll end up at the 19th hole eventually, as they say.
Now, can you bring your dog to it? Will you be allowed to do that? Probably not.
Yeah, they have a dog on the premises, Murphy. He's a golden retriever. He's, I think, the head honcho, so we'll just let him have his kingdom to himself.
Oh, good. Very nice. So, Woofstock, we've been, WHAV's been fortunate to be there both years so far, and it really grew in year 2 versus year 1, and you're looking for continued growth in year 3, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So year 1, we didn't count. We didn't even give that a thought. It was more just, hey, who's going to show up? And we figured about 300 people and maybe 150 dogs, or maybe even 500 people. As I said, we never counted. So year 2, I got 2 volunteers with manual clickers, and they clicked all day. And the numbers were 1,100 people and 400 dogs. So we know this year it's absolutely going to be a higher number. And I know for myself personally, when I'm out in the community, I was at Canobie the other day with my T-shirt on that says Haverhill's Woofstock, and I actually had 2 people stop me and tell me that they came to the event and they loved it. So that tells me the word's getting out about the event, and that just made me so happy to hear that.
Yeah, where'd you come up with the name Woofstock?
So, the original name that I presented at Team Haverhill was Bark in the Park. I envisioned it happening really at Riverside Park here in town. But in the crowd, a woman came out and met me and said, I came here tonight to hear you talk. My name is Marlene, and I own Chris's Farm Stand. And she offered her property to be the host of the event. So when I went and visited her on the property, which I've known that property my whole life, I've been raised in this town. And when I got there, I said, well, it's kind of funny to have Bark in the Park here. And so I played around with names. I had Bark in the Barn. And then I remembered how Woodstock had brought all those masses of people. And I was thinking and really manifesting a big crowd. And I moved over to Woofstock. But I had a feeling that there was many other Woofstocks in the country, so I added Haverhill's in front of it to kind of keep it unique to the area. And Marlene and I said, that's a great name, and Haverhill's Woofstock was born.
Oh, terrific. Do you have it trademarked?
I do have it trademarked. The logo is very important to me. The barn in my logo is actually Marlene's barn. The dogs that show in my logo, the first 2 dogs to the far left are Nigel and Ollie. They're my 2 dogs. And then the other dogs are just a Canva, graphic. So, yeah, I did have it trademarked.
All right, so it's going to be, so Woofstock, Haverhill's Woofstock is at Chris's Farm Stand. That's on Salem Street, Route 90, the Salem Street. What route is that?
Good question. Is it 133? No.
Oh, boy.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know. Salem. You go to the Bradford Common, you head out that way. That's where it is. That's how I find it. And
yes.
And so all right. It's free admission, and you'll have people there to direct the parking and all that stuff. Do you have any new clients? The last time I chatted with you, you mentioned that you were pretty much filled up as far as people who could display their wares over there.
Yeah, so I am completely at full capacity. This year is going to be different in some sense. My sit, stay, eat area is going to be in the middle of the event, which is between the main area and the field. So that's one change. Demonstrations are going to be Swift Paws. I'm convinced they'll be here. We'll have Reiki with Lynn Synergy. We'll have mental health conversations you can have with Ellie Mental Health. My creative corner is going to have the world famous in Haverhill, Team Stella. Chuck and his dog, a little Frenchie named Stella, are going to be there so the children can read with Stella. Haverhill's Promise will be once again handing out books to third grade reading level. And I'm also going to have Mulkern Consulting there. Michael Mulkern, he wrote a children's book about his dog and his son, and it's called Benji and Maverick's Adventures. So that'll be great for the children to come by and be able to be one-on-one with Stella and get a book and meet an author. And then one other component that's really kind of happened by pure magic. I got a phone call by a mom who lives in Rhode Island, and her son wants to start his own dog business, and he's 7 years old. And she wanted to come into the event to be a vendor, and I said, how about you have your son and you come into the event, and we put you under my wing, and his name is Pax, and Pax gets to see exactly how vending life is and the dog treats he's going to be passing out for free and he's looking for feedback from families and dogs, and he'll be able to speak to the vendors and see how entrepreneur life is. So I'm really excited about that part.
Well, hopefully you'll have a chance to get Haverhill Police over there with their new comfort dog, Max.
Yeah, I do have Max. I finally connected with them, and Max will be there. And also the Haverhill Fire Department, there'll be a guest appearance by Sparky. So we have so much going on. It's wonderful. The band Rear Window is coming back again for its third year. And let's not forget, Sweet Paws Rescue will be there doing live adoptions and fundraising for their capital events. That also will be happening.
All right. And the date for all this to occur?
This is September 19th. It's a Saturday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And in case of rain, will be September 20th from 10 to 3 p.m.
Oh, it's going to be a great day that day. I know that. All right.
For sure.
Marlene, anything else you'd like to add this morning?
Just come by and, apple pick, enjoy the farm stand, music, and just a beautiful New England day here in Haverhill, Massachusetts.
Yeah, make sure you go golfing on July 30th, too.
Yes, and please, or come hang with the pack on July 30th. Yes, thank you, Wynn.
Over at Garrison Golf, and they do a lot of fundraisers, and it's nice that you were able to hook up with them. All right, Marlene, we'll get you on again before it all happens, okay?
Great. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
All right, thank you. That's Marlene. There's another Marlene. Well, anyway, there you go. Haverhill's Woofstock, right here on the wave, 97.9 WHAV. So you have the event that's going to be taking place, the fundraiser on July 30th at Garrison Golf. Haverhill's Woofstock is going to be taking place September 19th at Chris's Farm Stand on Salem Street in Haverhill. It's Win for Breakfast right here on the wave, 97.9 WHAV.
Wake up with Wayne Damon weekdays from 6 to 9 a.m. on 97.9 FM WHAV.